Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So today I'm going to test out a little bit of the beach stuff. I do have a little bit of a reference here, just in case if I get confused or anything like that. And it gives me, I found this on Reddit. I should probably actually give somebody the credit here. Stole Your Food. Mad props to Stole Your Food. He posted this up for us. Looks like they actually tested out all of the things already. They didn't really tell you how much experience you can get from everything, so I'm going to go ahead and test it out myself. So first things up is barbecue. It's going to take 15 minutes per gauge, and you don't get that many items using the barbecue. I'm not 100% sure if any of the items are actually worth getting, but it is something to think about is how many items you get. The grill, though, basically this whole entire area is the barbecue. You're going to be getting cooking experience. I do have bonus cooking experience, so it's 600 XP per drop, so that's not bad at all. I can't really complain about that. It's pretty AFK as well. Cooking is a pretty AFK skill to start out with, so not a huge difference. But for people like Iron Man that don't have unlimited cooking experience just from free buying, that could be pretty nice. So let us check the next one up. I'm gonna skip over beach ball rolling for right now because I could screw that all up and it might take me a couple of tries. So next up is gonna be the cocoa balls. This is gonna be how you get ranged experience. And if you check out all the cocoa balls, minutes to fill up the gauge and total number of items per gauge is both with chins are going to be the best. So the only thing that you should be doing with the coconut shy is throwing chin champas. Everything else is not worth doing. So just throw the chin champas. Apparently they're the hardest ones to hit or something like that. But you get some range experience there. It's not a whole lot of range experience. I don't really value combat training that much, so I personally wouldn't do this, but it is there if you want it as an option. Next up is going to be the Hookah Duct. Hookah Duct is one of my personal favorites. Again, the only one that actually seems to be worthwhile at all is the magnetic because you get the most number of items and the fastest speed. The other thing to take into account possibly is going to be the amount of experience that you're going to be getting. You are getting 188 experience from the magnetic, it looks like, and magnetic is going to be how you get the majority of it. Like, you get them the quickest with magnetic. The second quickest, the middle average amount is going to be 269, and with fast action you're going to rarely catch it, but with 438. And if we check up on this again, fast action is going to be 48 minutes per gauge. So you get 48 minutes of AFK hunter experience. So not bad at all. 400 experience means that you probably are going to be getting quite a bit of basically free hunter experience. Nothing to scoff at, especially with it being AFK. That's, I don't know if I've said it enough, but I really like anything that's AFK with Hunter because Hunter is usually a very quick intensive skill. So whenever they have these Hookah Ducts, I always enjoy doing them. If you're willing to do fast action, you're going to get a lot more experience, but it's going to take you quite a bit longer to get it. If you're looking to just use up all of everything really quick, is magnetic's going to be your best chance. You're going to get the most amount of items as well. I've got some water balloons here. Talking about which water balloons, free XP now. All you have to do is pop them and they will give you, let's just go say 50, put them on dungeoneering, they're going to give you experience now, so pretty nice. So check out the next one. So palm trees, this is going to be the farming experience. I personally don't value these that much either because farming is a really fast skill to pick or to do. So let's go ahead and pick some coconuts and see the amount of experience we're going to get. We're getting 39 experience drops. If you're low level, this might be worthwhile doing. Oh, you have to be running around and getting from different palm trees at the same time. Yeah, not worth doing it all in my opinion. Do anything else for farming, unless if you're like level 1 farming, this might be a decent way to start out farming. But once you get any decent amount of levels, I would strongly recommend doing something else for farming. And also, if you check up on this, not that many items or items per minute, so go ahead and hard pass on that one. Next up is going to be, yeah, let's go ahead and do rock pools. So rock pools, if you didn't already see from this, it's going to be the fastest way of filling up your gauge. You're going to get not too many items while doing it, but seeing as how it's the fastest way to fill up your gauge, that's probably going to be one of the best options for a lot of people if you just want to get it as quick as you can. If you do have the the shark outfit. The shark outfit would be really nice with this because you would just be devouring these and you wouldn't have to worry about depositing them. I'm going to show you really quick though. It is decent experience. It was 1,000 experience for just 4 fish caught, so pretty decent. If you deposit it, you do get some extra fishing experience, but it's not entirely necessary. You can just eat the fish, and I think you get like the extra 10% experience anyhow. A little bit less experience than if you deposit them all, but a lot less running around, and it's going to be the fastest way of filling up your gauge if you're just looking to fill up the gauge ASAP. You can also choose to drop or deposit them, not necessary though. So let's go ahead and go for the sandcastles. So sandcastles are going to be a little bit interesting because it could legitimately be an option to get the incorrect one. You will get the most items per minute if you intentionally do the incorrect sandcastle. I'll run over there and show you exactly what I mean by that. But this is going to be free construction experience. This is the only way that I know of getting free construction experience. So it should be pretty nice. Doesn't matter what level you are. It is only 40 XP drops. I do have bonus experience in that, so 40 XP drops isn't going to be huge, but you can save a decent amount of money if you choose to do this throughout the entire event. Again, low level accounts, this could be a decent way of getting the first 50 or 60 construction levels. Let's go ahead and, looks like the lumbered sandcastle is the one that's the correct one. See how much experience this is giving us. It looks like you're going to have to click it quite often if you are going to the correct one. Either that or it's just not giving me any experience at all. There we go. Oh, that's actually decent experience. So 83 XP drops, that makes a big difference. 83 XP drops is basically like a plank every single time you do that. So you're probably looking at every single XP drop being worth 400 to 500 GP apiece. And they're decently quickly, and again, it's usually a click intensive skill that they've made AFK. So that's another thing to take into account. And I got some more water balloons, wonderful. So last thing before we get to the beach ball rolling is going to be weights. Weights have the 2 of the 3 titles that they decided to mention on this, if I can run the correct way. So let's go ahead and start out with getting the correct. Why are they asking me if I'm okay with getting strength experience, but they didn't ask me for ranged experience? That's a little bit silly. So if you're doing the correct one, you're going to be getting 89 experience per tick. 89 experience per tick is not bad at all. Again, combat experience, I do not care at all about it. So the weights, if you're doing the correct one, looks like it's going to be the fastest items per minute. You're going to get really, really fast items, but you're only going to get 19 if you're doing the correct way. If you're doing the incorrect way, you're going to get 39. I think that this is personally how I'm going to be using up all my thermostats now, that I know you can get so many items from it. 19 per gauge fill is probably going to be the best, except for sandcastles incorrect or if you're doing something incorrectly. So weights seems like the way to go if you're looking for items, and it's not too bad on the amount of minutes that it's going to take per gauge fill. Only thing really much faster is going to be the rock pools, but you're going to get almost no items. So it looks like to me the weights and the rock pools are going to be the two best ones to go for. Weights are if you're looking for items, and rock pool is going to be if you are looking for just fast gauge grinding. I am going to try to get enough of these large shells. I'm not 100% sure what they do. I think you just have to listen to a certain number of them and you get like a title or something like that. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do the beach ball rolling event though. This is probably going to be a catastrophe. I know that whenever I do something like this, it always ends up just horrible. So let's go ahead and roll this, and I think I have to run with it. I don't know, I've never really understood this. You just kind of I just keep clicking. Do you even have to click? No, you just, oh, you do have to click to avoid the items. So I managed to stay upright for 15 meters and receive 203 agility experience. I guess this is a decent way of getting agility experience, actually. I wonder why nobody else is doing it. Oh, okay, so you do have to dodge the things. Go ahead and click to the right, and it has a little bit of a delayed effect on it, essentially, but you can just kind of run down this whole entire area. I wonder how much agility experience it is per hour, actually. This might be a legitimate way of getting some agility experience. 487. So if you are looking for some agility experience, let's go ahead and say that this is a valid way of getting it. Hopefully you guys all enjoy videos like this. If you do, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, leave a like, and leave a comment. As always, have a good one.